All right.
Go.
So here's a question for you, Adam.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
because you know how people are so vast and different with opinions and how they look at things.
Yeah.
So imagine this. I'm Jack. I've come in. Right. I bought some gold and I've bought some silver. I then want to basically put them into coins or them little eighths you showed, and I want it all sent to my address so I can feel it. Right. So I get it sent to my address. I feel it. I look at it. Now I feel really unsafe having all of this in the house. I would like to send it back to the vault for safekeeping. Is that possible to do, or is that just such a mess around?
It's not possible, and you probably wouldn't want to either, because if you think about it, every time you have to pay a cost for delivery, possibly import tax. If it's silver, you're going to have to pay the VAT on it. You're then going to have to send it back. It's going to have to be tested. It just makes your investment less and less efficient at every stage that there's a cost. And what the company would do, if that was possible, they wouldn't put it back in the vault anyway. They'd send it straight to the refinery and it'd be melted down that way, because the company we buy metals from only buy brand new bars directly from the refinery only, because it's the only way that you can guarantee the authenticity. As soon as you start dealing with like metal that's come in, I mean, you'd have to have people testing it. Do you really know? Like,
well, listen, funny you should say that. We had a conversation about this the other day, didn't we, Dave? About was it Gibraltar? I said, did you know anybody with silver? And I remember I had this real thick silver chain, and I was going to get it melted down. Right. And I found out there was a guy in Gibraltar somewhere that does this, and we had a chat about the silver, and we weren't sure whether it was marked properly with a stamp, right?
Yeah, it wasn't.
So how many places like this are doing this without stamps?
Sure.
So you're right what you're saying. You've got to be secure with it. You've got to be savvy with it.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
you do get some unstamped materials, it could be mixed with anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some stuff that is stamped and looks like the real deal, and it's still fake.
Even then,
and banks have even bought.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, chocolate coin, or I mean, there was even we got told
there's been a case where banks have got it wrong, haven't they, Adam?
Yeah, there was a bank in Germany that was selling coins, and they were selling fake coins, not on purpose. Like the bank weren't trying to, like grift people or whatever. They just didn't know. And it wasn't their expertise, and obviously wherever they were getting them from wasn't the real deal. So we just want to avoid all of that and just say, look, let's not even let's not even contend with is it real, is it not? Because look, we're trying to invest here. We're not trying to. You end up having another job by testing metals and doing research into the different stamps and all this stuff. I'm sure for a small group of people, they might enjoy that. But for most people, they're too busy. They just want to know that it is what it says it is. And this is the way to do it. What we've learned through all of this is the process that all of these, the companies and the refineries and the storage facilities, the processes that they take are some of the most valuable parts of the whole thing.
Right.
That's where the experience and the value is.
Yeah.
They don't cut corners, and they just do it in a specific way to ensure authenticity. It's the real deal, etc., etc.
No, that's important, mate.
It's been a real big learning curve for us, Adam, hasn't it, over the years?
Yeah, huge.
You should the list of questions we had at the beginning. It was massive. Yeah. It was just question after question after question after question. Well,
this is what's great about James. This is what's great about doing these videos, because we didn't know anything about it really. Apart from gold was gold and silver was silver. We didn't know how it actually worked. So from where we started from now, it's really interesting, because you guys have already gone through this for the last few years, right? And you're just giving all your knowledge over what you've asked the questions, what we'd asked in the beginning, right? Because you just keep answering every week. So that's fantastic what you guys have done.
Yeah. I always say to customers, look, there's no such thing as a silly question. Any question that you can ask, we've asked it 25 times over the years.
Yeah.
Because once we've asked the question once, we don't just sit and go, okay, like it comes round again and we ask it again, and you hear from a different angle, and you just build up your knowledge base.